Yeah, so William, let's get into your final question. Question number 8, please.
Yes, question 8. Would it make it harder and or longer for a dumper to want to reach out if they initially said some bad things to family and friends about you, and they don't want to look foolish or bad if they start talking to the dumpee again?
I mean, again, that is a great question. All of these questions have been fantastic, William. So thank you so much for thinking of them all. So what I would say on this is that friends and family do have an influence on people. However, when it comes to love and the heart, I always think that love conquers all. So whether or not, because there's different ways of looking at this. Let's look at it from the perspective of friends or family might not like you, might not like the dumpee, might be saying to the dumper, look, don't go back to them because I don't think they're a good person. So if that is the perspective, then even though the dumper will listen to them to some degree, eventually, if they want to make that decision, they will still get in contact. It's been shown time and time again, throughout history, that people will even kind of like run away together, even if their friends and family don't approve. So I do think friends and family have an influence, and I do think it can slow things down, but ultimately, I don't think it makes a decision. So on your angle, it's very slightly different. We're not necessarily saying the friends and family don't like the dumpee. What we're saying is that the dumper has kind of said to them, look, I made this decision, and they're now worried that they might look silly if they then go back on it. And what I would say to that is basically similar to what I've just described. Even though I think it can have an influence, and it can be something where they're thinking, look, I don't want to be somebody who is looking like I've got no control over my emotions. It certainly can slow that decision-making down of flipping things around. I don't believe it is a situation that will change things forever, because I think at the end of the day, love conquers all. At the end of the day, if that level of romantic emotional attraction is at the right peak, the right height, the right level, then the dumper will want to make contact with the dumpee. So even if they've said to their friends and family, look, I don't want to be with them, they're not good for me, I don't like them, then, okay, as time goes on, they might be thinking, I want to contact the dumpee, but everyone's going to think I'm stupid, so no, I won't do it. It might delay it for a little bit, but eventually they won't be able to stop. Eventually, they will be feeling just as insecure and anxious as a dumpee does when the breakup first takes place. So I would always say, try not to worry. Try not to worry, because in a dumpee's position, the only thing you can do is improve yourself every day and move forward with your life. Just become a better person, and you will attract new people into your life by being that better person. You will have options. And I always say, with or without your ex, you will have a positive future, because you will either get your ex back or you will get somebody better. Because if you become a better person, if you improve every single day, then by virtue of that, you will attract more people. Your original self would have attracted a certain amount of people. The version 2.0 of yourself will attract more people. So you will be able to attract either your ex back or somebody even better. And that's why it's so beautiful as a dumpee. If you do everything right, it's win-win. So I would really try hard not to get too kind of hung up on the fact of maybe the dumper is being held back by their friends and family, what they've said to them, what they're saying to them. Because at the end of the day, I do believe that love conquers all, and that they will contact their ex if necessary, and if they get to that point. But even if they don't, or even if it takes years, I believe the dumpee will find an even better connection that ticks even more boxes. So honestly, William, I would say, in your position, there is every chance that your ex might one day contact you. But even if your ex doesn't, because not all exes do, we have to say there is no 100% guaranteed way to get your ex back, and not all exes will get back in touch. And even if they do, that's only the first stage. That first contact, from then it needs to build, it needs to grow, into the relationship once more. So even if that doesn't happen, if you keep moving forward, William, the way you are, you will find the next love of your life who will no doubt be even better for you than your ex was.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. Can I add for the people? I just want to say that when my ex dumped me, or the dumper dumped me, the ex dumped me, she said she doesn't want to be friends, that she would shut her feelings off, not think about me again, or have anything remind her of me again. She told me all these things like she could completely erase me. And if it helps anybody out there, apparently it didn't work that well, because if she's stalking my Facebook...
That's brilliant to hear. That's brilliant. And people will take a lot of value from that. But it's one thing me saying it, but you're saying it. You're living this, William. You're living through a situation where your ex said to you, I don't want nothing from you. I don't want to think about you. I don't want to be friends with you. Your ex blocked you. You heard nothing for 5 months. And now all of a sudden, your social media is being orbited. You're getting unblocked. There's a good possibility that she's following you with a fake profile. The proof is there to be seen. You know, if you do everything right, you stand every chance of one day hearing from your ex again. And I would say, William, there's every chance you will. I'm not saying it's going to be tomorrow or next week. But if you do everything right, there is a great chance that one day you will hear from them again. But what I would say is by that point, you might not even want your ex. You might not even want them. Because that's the magic of this. If and when your ex gets back in touch, it will be your decision. It will be up to you what you do. You might be happy to speak to your ex from a place of friendship. You might be comfortable with that. Okay? But you might not want them back. And that is up to you. And that's the beauty of it. I just want you to try to stay focused, William. Keep moving forward with your life. And honestly, you know, you will have a great future. You will have a fantastic year 2021 when hopefully we are out of this horrible pandemic. And you will find happiness. You're doing everything right from what I can understand. You've just got to keep pushing forward.
No, I mean, I'm still pushing forward. And like I said, I'm glad you brought this up to doing this, because the first month I was okay, because I was like, whatever. And then when she came and got the rest of her stuff at the end of the month, then it kicked in the next month, and I was like, so but I've been dating a bit. I don't have anything serious, but dated one for about 3 months now, but nothing serious. But I just want people to know that, as you stated before, you know, just because an ex says something when they dump you, like you're not going to exist ever again. Well, even though they haven't reached out or made anything in concrete, if they didn't care, wasn't curious or thinking about you at all, as in my case, why would they even look at my social media?
Absolutely. And, you know, and people who's listening, you've heard it here from William. You know, he's living this. He's moving forward. He's staying positive, and I'm convinced he's going to have a great future with or without his ex. You know, and that's my main thing. I'm just wanting happiness for all of you. To me, it doesn't even bother me if you get your ex back or not, providing you find happiness. You know, if you find happiness by meeting somebody else, for me, that's just as good. That's all I want from you. I just want you to try to find that happiness, and I think you'll do that, William. So it's been absolutely fantastic that you've wanted to do this. Thank you so much for speaking with me on this. I've really, really enjoyed it, and I hope you've taken something from it.
Yes, I mean it helped ease a little thing, you know, and I appreciate it. And you're welcome for me getting the opportunity to do this. And if this can help other people, great.
Brilliant. Well, thank you so much, William. Keep us updated with what's going on in your life. You know, we always, you know, love to hear updates from people. So if you want to send me an email, or if I'm doing a live stream or whatever, or comment on my videos, you know, would love to hear your updates. So please keep me up to date with what's going on.
I will definitely do that. Right now, like I said, since we've been through this, and I think I'm above that level, that social media thing doesn't bother me. I'm like doing my own little experiment because now I'm just curious.
That's great. That's brilliant, William. So thank you so much.
Yes, you're welcome.